Man. Whew. What's good, everybody? This is Ryan Johnson with MoneyBass.com. Goodness, guys. Struggle streaming already. Man, it has been a long one, guys. Long weekend. How is everybody doing out there? Back once again. Go ahead and mute that. Just getting everything set up as usual, guys. Man, man. Just staying busy, guys. I'm running. All right. So as you come into the live stream, please hit the like button. And also, guys, drop a 1 in the chat. I just want to make sure everybody can hear me okay. Just want to make sure everything looks good, sounds good, and we're ready to roll for this evening. Guys, man, you guys saw the thumbnail and the title to the video. So this weekend, this Tuesday, we're going to try something a little different, guys. Don't really have a hot topic, but I guess it can be considered kind of a hot topic, guys, because we're going to get into the tournament that I was in this weekend. Got some results from that, guys. Did we take it? I know you saw that title on the thumbnail, guys. $3,000 on the line. Man, we'll get into that. And also, we will get into the How Would You Fish It segment. I know you guys like that. It has been helping some guys out. I've been getting some good feedback from it. So I really appreciate it, guys. And as always, please get active in the comments. It makes for a real good time with the live streams, guys. And also, as you come into the comment section, let me know, did any of you guys get out on the water? Did you fish any tournaments? Just kind of share some info. Let's see what you guys have been out there doing. And also, I will get into a few shout outs. But yeah, let me go ahead and see who we have coming in. I see you guys are getting very active in the comment section already. Really appreciate it. And we have somebody that was checking in a little earlier. Look who we have. We have Joseph checking into the live stream. He says, smash the like button, bring on the goodness. All right, there we go. And as you guys see, he has a badge next to his name. So guess what? He is a member of the money team, guys. A member of the money team. Really appreciate you supporting the channel. Basically, that is just another way you guys can show support for the channel. There is a join button right below the screen. You will see that. You can just click on that, get some information about some perks and things like that, and just how you can support the channel. Basically, that is what the money team is. There's a few different tiers for that. So I hope you guys are finding that useful. And again, I really appreciate you stopping in and supporting. All right, we have Joseph says you are up and running, bro. All right, there we go. So I guess everything sounds pretty good. All right, guys, look who we have. We have one of the largest supporters of the channel, Maggie, the substitute teacher, checking in. She says, hey, send in some support. Yeah, you guys definitely have to check out Maggie's channel. Like I said, she is cooking every day, guys. Always has some good meals on deck. So anybody that is out there looking to get healthy out there, which we all need, guys, especially whenever we get into that tournament season. Basically, she will show you how to substitute the bad ingredients with the good ingredients so that you can still enjoy those foods that you like, depending on what type of health concerns and things like that you have. But always a good thing. Maggie, the substitute teacher, make sure you guys check out her channel. And let me go ahead and drop one more thing, because we did have the sponsor for last week's show. Now, Maggie has been in that sponsor seat for a while, but she had somebody knock her out of it. So the sponsor for the show is basically the person that gives the largest super chat, cash app, what's the other thing, super sticker, things like that, guys, just to support the channel. So right now we have in that spot Living Out Loud, the podcast. So make sure you guys go and check out that channel also. Definitely on that channel, she has some great outdoor activities, things like that, like gardening, just some nature related things, which, we all can relate to on the fishing side of things, guys. All right, so, and you will see that down in the banner that is scrolling at the bottom. And also, real quick, before I change that up, I will put my Instagram down here. I know some of you guys have been trying to reach out to me, and this is how you can reach out to me. Let's see, here we go. So my Instagram is @official MoneyBass. So that's how you can reach out to me. I had somebody reach out to me today, said they had a kind of some hot info, a hot topic or something like that. So I'm just waiting to see what that might be about, guys. Maybe that'll be what tomorrow's live stream is about. So we shall see. All right, so let's see who else we have checking in, guys. Let's see. Let's see. So we have, all right. So Joseph checking in, member of the money team. All right. And then we have Tim Williams. Let's see. He says, "What's up, bud?" Okay, he's dropping that one for me. And we have Darren Pearson checking back in. All right. So you guys are chiming in. All right. Vernon Neal, what is going on? He says, "My man, tuning in." All right. So yeah, you got Vernon. My opinion, Cajun Rob, you guys have been checking into the comment section, guys. You guys have really been on it. All right, so we have Cajun Rob back once again, says, "What is up?" All right, then James, what is that? Debra? Is that how you pronounce that? Debro. Maybe that's Debro. But what's up, James? How you doing, man? Really appreciate you checking into the live stream. Uh-oh, guys, we have Harry checking back in. What is going on, Harry? All right, always a strong supporter of the channel. All right, in my opinion, says, "What's up?" All right, and let's see. All right, so you guys are definitely getting active down in the comment section. Really, really appreciate that, guys. All right, so let's see. So we're gonna get into it. The other thing that I did mention that I did attend this tournament this weekend. It was a benefit tournament, real great time. It was held by the Hook Setters Bass Club, guys. So they held a very good event out there. It was a charity thing, getting ready for Christmas, collecting toys and things like that, and collecting some donations that they can use to help out the community. That is something that we are real big on in the fishing industry. And I'm with the Rod Benders Bass Club, guys. So that falls right in line with things that we do. So we not only fish, but we also get out there and help out the community. If anybody is interested in finding out more about the Bass Club that I'm in, just go to www.rodbendersbassclub.com. All right. And let's see who else we have checking in. Oh, guys, look at this. We have, you guys are moving on me. All right. So we have Stanley. Stanley says, "I need some good spots at Gunnersville for end of March." He's going to be heading to the Big G. All right. If anybody wants to, somebody in the comments might be headed to Gunnersville too, or they might have some info that might just help you out. And what you can do is just search MoneyBass Gunnersville. And then the last tournament that I was at, whenever I was at Gunnersville, that's been maybe about a month and a half ago or so, guys. But there might be some good info in there that can help you out. I mean, it'll help you catch at least 1 or 2 fish. I don't know if you'll catch those 7 or 8 pounders that are in that lake, but it'll give you something to start off of. Just take a look at that again. Just search MoneyBass Gunnersville, and then it'll pull up. And then I kind of go over some information and things like that. And I go over some electronics tips in there also. So that might help you out. All right. And then we have Harry says, "We are always active and bringing it." That is right. That is right. You guys are definitely active in the comment section. Really, really appreciate it. I have some great subscribers. Guys, what is this? We have James. James has just become a member of the money team. All right, guys, we're growing. We're getting bigger. And as you guys saw with last week's live stream, we did the 5,000 subscriber I guess celebration, something like that. So we did reach that goal, guys. So we're continuing to grow. People are reaching out to us. So we're getting bigger, guys. Things are happening. All right. And then what is this? What is going on? We have Dave Rosenberg. What's up from Tactical Tungsten? Yeah, I heard that he gets a little tactical out there on the lakes with some tungsten. And he was actually attending the tournament that I was at this weekend also. So I know he brought in, he came in with a bag. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't get a check with it. But hey, he was out there doing his thing, supporting the cause as always. Shout out to Dave Rosenberg with Tactical Tungsten. All right, guys. All right, then Harry says, "What do you know about gardening?" Removing trash. Come on, man. We can't get started this early. But yeah, so let me see. Scrolling down at the bottom, that's Living Out Loud, the podcast. So yeah, that's some great outdoor activity. So I would say definitely check out that channel, guys. All right, and then James, new member of the money team, says, "Good job." DeBrol. All right, good job. All right, they got it right. Who is this checking in? We have Messy Mashawn. Shout out to the chat and MoneyBass. All right, you guys check out Mashawn's channel too. She has some good hot topics on there. So if that's what you guys are into, step on over there and check out some hot topics that she has going on. All right, and Vernon Neal, how do we reach out to you if we don't have Instagram or Facebook, etc.? Man, listen, I'm still figuring out all this social media stuff myself too. I'm not sure. I'll have to keep working on that. But I have your some of your comments down in the comment section on some of the videos. But yeah, right now I have Instagram, I have Facebook, and I'm not sure what else, guys. I might have something else out there. I'll find it out, and then I'll put the links. Oh, an email. So just look in the description. So I do have an email, so you can email me also. So that link is in the description of just about every video. So just scroll down, you'll find that email, and you can reach out to me that way. So that'll work. All right, and then we have Mashawn says mastermind gang. Yep. So I'm part of a mastermind, guys. We're out there putting in work. Hit the like button. Oh, guys, we out here doing a little something. Everybody, okay, we have some more people chiming in, coming into the live stream. Really appreciate anybody that is new to the channel, new to the live stream. Really appreciate your support. So what we will be getting into tonight is basically just going over the tournament, the preparation for the tournament, just to kind of give you guys an idea of how I set up to make sure I bring in that 5 fish limit. So we're going to go over that. I also have some on the water footage with catching some fish, preparing for the tournament and the tournament itself. Not too much tournament footage, but enough. Maybe you guys will get a few laughs out of that. And also some on the water electronics footage. I know a lot of you guys want to see that because that is one of the main things that we do on this channel. We're here to help everybody have a great day out on the water and get better with your electronics, finding fish, catching fish, going over tips, tricks, all that kind of stuff that we need to become better fishermen, better tournament anglers out there on the water. All right, and we have, let's see, Vernon Neal says, sent you an email via the Rob Bender's website. Yes, I did see that you had contacted me. So if you filled out the form on there, it should have went straight to the member of the club that handles that information. But yeah, really appreciate that. All right, we have another member of the money team. If you guys take a look, he has that badge right next to his name. That is Mark Scott. He says, good evening. All right, what is going on, Mark? Now, Mark is out there doing his thing. Now, Mark started off, he has Humminbird system. He has the Mega Live system. Mark was hitting me up like crazy, sending me all of these screenshots. Once he got that Mega Live system dialed in, he was out there catching some big fish. Him and his son both out there doing their thing on the water. All right, then we have Cajun Rob says, I'll be on Gunnersville end of March, Toyota Series Central.
Yes, sir.
We have a heavy hitter in the house fishing the Toyota Series. Now, Cajun Rob is serious about it, guys. Now, if anybody doesn't know, once you step up to that Toyota Series level, I mean, you're out there and you're doing something. You know what you're getting into. All right, then what's going on, James? All right, let's see. I'm almost caught up on these chats coming in. And once I just read one or two more, then we will go ahead and get into it and just kind of give you guys some information about what I got into this weekend. And let's get things rolling. All right, so Harry says, good luck, Cajun. Need to hook up at Cumberland in April. All right, so Cumberland is great. Yeah, and that's another thing, guys. The people in the MoneyBass community are great. We are in the comment section, networking, all that kind of stuff. If anybody's having issues with their electronics, some of you guys have reached out to me. I don't know if you are in here right now, and I can't remember the name specifically that reached out to me on Instagram that were having some issues with their units. There was a guy that I met this weekend at the tournament, and he came over and explained some issues, but I mean, he was a big dog. He has a 15, a 12, a 10, a 9-inch screen, so he's rolling. But he was having issues with his Mega Live and his 360. They weren't quite working right for him at the tournament, but I gave him a few tips, and apparently he already knew about the channel. So he sent me a message, I believe it was yesterday, the day before yesterday, and said he tried it and everything was working out for him, guys. So if anybody is having issues with their electronics, whether you have Humminbird, now I run all Humminbird system, guys. So sometimes you will see me talking about Garmin or Lowrance, but I have people in my comment section, my subscribers, that are familiar with all of these systems. So if you have any specific questions or anything, always feel free to drop that information in the comment section, whether it's on the live stream or it's during one of the VODs, which is a video that I drop. And I try to keep active in there, guys, dropping at least 3 or 4 videos per week, so you guys always have some content that you can take a look at. But yeah, always get active in the comments, guys, and always read the descriptions on the videos and live streams. There's always some good information in there. Speaking of that, sales, there are sales going on, guys. So whenever I get additional products or anything like that I find out about that I feel will be beneficial to you guys, I always put those links in the description area. And I do have some affiliate links at times, so I definitely put those in there because those will allow you to get some discounts and things also. But right now, Tackle Warehouse has a 10% off on all of their gift cards. So make sure you guys take a look at that. Again, the link for that is down in the description. All right. And then we have Stanley says, how do you donate to the channel? Let me see, guys. Is there anybody that can type that information for me in the comment section? Because I know some of you guys give super chats, super stickers, and then you can join the channel by clicking the join button right below the video. But there's like right where you're typing your messages at. And let me just take a look over here. There's like a little $sign on there. So if you click on that, I think it'll give you a little bit more information. And man, I forgot about the merch. So the merch is available also, guys. So that is another way to support the channel. So I'm trying to get everything set up. Like I said, we've been moving, we've been growing. We've hit that 5,000 subscriber mark, and we're moving fast now because I think we're over 5,100 now. So things are getting better, guys. And you guys that are in here early on, you know, while this channel is still growing, I mean, I'm going to remember your names because I'm seeing you guys pop up all the time, and I really, really appreciate it. All right, so yeah, so Stanley, I think that's how you can just click on that on the little $sign right next to the comment section. Oh, and also this banner, the banner that's scrolling across the bottom, it has the Cash App on there. And anybody that does donate to the channel, I will continue giving you guys updates as the season progresses. I am planning on getting very active with the BFLs next year. So that is going to be the ticket, guys. So we'll be in the BFLs, and I'll bring that information to you. And also for the guys that are in the Patreon, you know, I give you guys a little more you know, detailed info, a little more behind the scenes type things. Let's just put it that way. All right. And then we have James says, looking forward to learning. All right, guys, that's what we're here for. Everybody's here to help each other out and have some fun in the meantime. And you never know when Chicken Hawk is going to stop in. When Chicken Hawk steps in, you know, we have a little fun with that too, guys. All right. And then Harry says money merch. All right. Yep. So I guess we do have the money merch. That should be right below the video link too. All right. Then Stanley says, sorry, I'm new to this. Hey, Stanley, I'm new to this too. I'm a guy that's out there fishing just like you guys, but I just happen to get on YouTube and kind of share the information, share my experiences, so I can get feedback from you guys, get your experiences and everything, so we can all continue to grow together. So that's basically what we're about over here. Uh-oh, guys, look what we have. We have a new sponsor of the live stream for tonight. We have James stepping in. He has joined the live stream, and he has now joined with the sponsoring of the show. So basically what happens, guys, the banner that is scrolling at the bottom, what I do is I will go down here and change that out. And he has bumped the current sponsor of the channel. Let's see, Living Out Loud Podcast. Just want to give one more shout out to you. Really, really appreciate you supporting the channel. Make sure you go and check out Living Out Loud, the podcast. And let me get James set up in here. He is the sponsor. I mean, he stepped in big. Now, James, I think James is new to the channel too, because I haven't seen this name in the comment section before. But he's hopping in here and getting right to it. So yeah, James, drop some information in there about you. I mean, what type of setup are you running? Do you fish tournaments? You know, what kind of information are you looking to learn? How can we help you out on the channel? So really, really appreciate it. James coming in with the $10 super sticker, guys. All right, so let's see. Let me go ahead and get that banner back down here for him. Bam, there we go. Sponsor is James DeBrol. There we go, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, guys. We are moving. All right, and let me see. A few more of you guys hopping into the comment section. Then we'll go ahead and pull up this video and we'll get into that and, you know, just kind of have some fun with it, guys, as always. All right, so Vernon Neal says, DP, did you get your graphs freezing issue resolved? All right, so basically what he's referring to, guys, is last week, Darren Pearson, he is in the comment section right now. He's in the chat. So he was having an issue with his units and the guys were in there heavy. They're in the comment section heavy, just giving him all type of suggestions. And the other thing, guys, you never know who might be in these live streams. So if you're having any type of issues with your units, make sure you drop that information in there, and you never know who you might get in here helping you out. All right. And then we have Red Boat. What is going on? Red Boat is back. Red Boat on the Starship live and ready. All right. And DP's answering back in a process of rewiring everything to the panel to make sure I got power to everything. So yeah, that's another thing, guys. Want to make sure that that wiring is right on your units. We have a newcomer. We have Faucet Media. What is going on? Appreciate you stopping into the live stream. I mean, I think you're out there in California, right? I mean, he's out there in the land of big fish if he goes fishing, you know what I mean? But California, man, I think they have what, Clear Lake? That's where Clear Lake is at, guys. Yeah, so I know they definitely have some big fish out there. Really, really appreciate you stopping in to check out the live stream. All right, then Joseph says, went yesterday ahead of this bad weather to see what's up. Confirmed they were chasing shad, but not biting. Everything on the boat confirmed working, but had a short between the rod. Let me see, between the rod and the boat. Okay, so I guess that means you weren't really getting any bites. Is that what that means right there? All right. Then we have Texas Nuke 2010 out there in the land of the big fish. All right. So he says, what's up, money? What is going on? What is going on? All right. Then we have Joseph checking it again. Hey, DP, shoot me a message on Facebook if you want. I can send some wiring photos that might help. All right. See, that's what I'm talking about, guys. We are in here networking. And also, you saw somebody else just a minute ago needed some information and wanted to talk about one of the lakes. We can get into all that. And guys, as the channel grows, we will have a special Discord for the members of the channel where you guys can get in there and chop it up about these lakes. We can get real detailed in there, guys. So that is what we're looking to do, because every Tuesday, whenever we do these live streams, this is the place where you guys can come and brag a little bit about the accomplishments that you have made over the weekend. Doesn't have to be a winning tournament. Doesn't have to be, anything involving a tournament. Could be a big fish. Could be you got your electronics finally working right. Or you learned something new with your electronics. So that's what we're talking about over here, guys. All right, so DP says DP has lots of issues. Harry's always firing shots over here. I need the gunshot sound over here for Harry. Guys, and man, look at this right here. We have Faucet Media. I mean, he doesn't even really have a comment or a question. He just says new sponsor. So he's trying to he just bumped James right out of the spot, right off the bat. What is going on to Faucet Media? Really, really appreciate you stopping in and showing some strong support for the channel. So let me go ahead and get this banner changed. Guys, make sure you check out Faucet Media. So just search Faucet Media on YouTube. He does a lot of current events, has a very, very good channel on YouTube. Does a lot of good reaction videos too, guys. So make sure you check out Faucet Media. Really, really appreciate you stopping in and supporting the channel. And also, Faucet, I mean, are you out there fishing in California? What's going on, man? Drop some comments in here. Are you just stopping in just to kind of check out and see what fishermen are talking about? What can be exciting about a fishing live stream? But hey, hopefully I'll be able to show you what we are in here talking about on these live streams. All right, so let me see. There we go. Bam. All right, so I have now updated the sponsor of tonight's live stream is Faucet Media, guys. So hopefully you guys are kind of seeing how that works. I do not have any particular sponsors with the products and things that I'm showing you guys. That is pretty much me showing you products that are beneficial to me, and I'm passing that information along to you. My support comes from the community that you guys see over in the comments, in the chat, in the comments on the videos. All of you guys are the ones that basically support this channel right now, guys. So really, really appreciate it. So shout out to Faucet Media. All right, and let's see who else we have. We have James saying family plan, fish and ski. But okay, all right, okay. So hey, that's what I started off with, that fish and ski. Fish and ski, but tricked out like a bass rig. Bass fishing runs in veins. Residing in Nebraska. Oh, okay. All right, Nebraska, GBR. President in my small bass club in Omaha. Fun and fellowship is where it's at. All right, there we go, guys. That is what we are talking about. James is stepping in big time, guys. All right, and then we have Darren Pearson says, my email is, let me see, what is that? saintbass.dp@gmail.com. Let me see. Okay. All right. So he's just replying back to somebody in the comment section. All right. And then we have Faucet Media says, haven't been fishing lately in California. Man, you got to get out there. I know they have some big fish on those lakes, especially if you go to, I believe it's Clear Lake is one of those lakes that I hear people always out there doing their thing on. All right. And then he says, my uncle used to take me out fishing as a kid, but my nephew is way more of a fisherman. Okay. All right. So hey, that is pretty much everyone that you see in the chat. that is pretty much how we all got started. At some point, we went out, hit a lake or a pond or whatever, and caught a fish. Could have been a little minnow, could have been something big, but whatever it was, when you feel that first tug on that line, it does something to you. You get hooked yourself. So that's pretty much who you see over here supporting this channel, Fawcett. Really, really appreciate you stepping in and showing big love and support for the channel. All right, guys. So what we're going to go ahead and get into, just wanted to give you guys, a little bit of time to get into the live stream, get some shout outs, always having fun with that. So just want to go ahead and pull up what I got into this weekend, which was a tournament at Lake Sinclair, guys. Lake Sinclair out in Milledgeville, Georgia. And I mean, it was a real good time. It was a benefit tournament held by the Hook Setters Bass Club. They are another bass club in the Atlanta area, guys. So what we do is we kind of support each other. We'll get out there. They'll fish some of our open tournaments. We'll fish some of theirs. And there's a few other clubs out there. But we all kind of mix and mingle. Just make sure we get out there and have a good time and support each other. So basically, we went out there at Lake Sinclair. I was fishing with my partner, Tony Luke. All right. So I went out there with Tony Luke. And we just went out there, didn't do any pre-fishing. Well, actually, I did do some pre-fishing, guys. So check this out. Whenever you are preparing for a lake, the way that I pretty much do this is I will start off pre-fishing from home. Now, that kind of surprised some people whenever they would actually find out the process that I do, because my goal in the end is to make sure I come in with 5 fish. How I do that is I start doing my homework. I'll pull up my mapping system, whether it's the actual hard map itself, or I definitely use my mapping, my Lake Master chip on my Humminbird units. That way I can see the ledges, I can see the channels, I can see the creeks, just different high percentage areas that I want to target whenever I go to the lake. So I have fished Lake Sinclair. Generally, I may fish that lake maybe about twice a year. So I was kind of familiar with it already. But what I wanted to do is get an idea of how the fish are biting, where they may be staged up at this time of the year. Are they going to be shallow? Will they be deep? Will they be on laydowns, wood, docks, rocks? Like, where would those fish be? So what I did is I headed out to Lake Lanier, which is just maybe like 5 minutes down the street for me. So what I planned to do from there was just get a little intel that I could then transfer to how I was doing out on what I planned on doing out on Sinclair, and just kind of pass that information on to the boater so we could get out there and put together a game plan and have a good day on the water. So let me go ahead and pull up that footage for you guys. And let me see. So here we go. So I am out here on Lake Lanier, and I only went out there for maybe 2 or 3 hours or so, and just wanted to see, were those fish going to be shallow? Were they going to be deep? But let's go ahead and just take a look at it. I may talk a little bit in the video, but I'll kind of talk over it a little bit too. So right now, as you guys can see, it is windy, blowing back into this cove. And I'm using my 360. And if you guys could do me a favor, just let me know if you can still hear me okay. I know that wind is kind of loud. But let me know. Just give me a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me.
Let's see.
All right. Oh, and I was trying to
be about a 3 or something like that. No, not gonna. All right, y'all want me to flip it? Here we go. I
was gonna try to flip this one, guys.
I can't flip this one. Can't flip it, guys. Can't flip it.
Now, I don't know if you guys saw, but on one of my previous videos, when I tried to flip a fish that was over 3 pounds, snapped my pole right in half.
Oh, look at the stomach on that right there. All right, that's how you do it. Wanted to come out here real quick, guys. Coming shallow for today. I was able to find those fish out there deep offshore on some brush piles, kind of roaming around right now. But this is the caliber of fish that you can get out here if you come out here and you come to the right spots. All right, let me go ahead and get a weight on this one and see if we can catch another one.
All right, so let me just pause that real quick. All right, so basically what I had done is I went out and just scanned offshore first just to see if I could find those fish. There were some areas that were completely naked, guys. I would find some areas that would generally hold some fish. I would find some good cover and things like that fish should be holding on. Nothing there. Then I would look 1 or 2 more spots, and then I found those fish. They were out there trying to hide. But you know they can't hide from that Humminbird system. They can't hide from MoneyBass, guys. So I went out there, found those fish. I didn't fish the ones that I found first. I went ahead and decided to run shallow because I wanted to see if I could locate the fish out deep and shallow, and then which ones I could get to bite. So what you just saw was me going shallow after I had located the fish out deep. And then after I caught that one that was a little over 3 pounds, maybe it been like 3.5 pounds or so, which is a decent tournament fish. So I found that one, caught that one, and now I'm heading back out offshore. So that is what the footage is that you're about to see now. So this is me back offshore now.
Woo. There we go. All right, there we go, guys. They out here biting. It's a little slow, but if you get out here, find those fish. I'll show you what I'm looking at on my electronics in just a second, guys. But just wanted to get out here for a few hours, bring some footage to you just to let you know how the fish are doing out here on the water. It ended up being a nice day out here. The water temp is sitting around that 60-degree range, 57 to 60-degree range. The fish are kind of active. I'm seeing those fish down there. Getting them to bite is the trick of the day. But hey, out here having some fun. There you go, guys. Finishing up a good day out here on the lake. Went shallow and went offshore. Just wanted to see if I could find the fish and get those fish to bite today. Looks like it's time to head in, but before I head back, let's go ahead and hop behind the wheel and I will show you guys what I was looking at out here offshore today, guys. All right, now look at that one. That is a nice, healthy fish. All right, let's take a look at what I am looking at out here, guys. Just finishing up the day, but just wanted to get some quick footage in here to show you guys how I am out here catching these fish offshore. You see the water temp is about 58 degrees, heading in to the shallow water where I caught one of the fish for today. That water temp there is actually sitting around the same. So anywhere from 56 to that 60-degree range. And just out here on this live system, as you can see, I'm sitting right in a ditch right now and just kind of panning left and right. There is some cover right there, so I don't know if that's a brush pile or some type of tree. Looks like it may be more of a brush pile down there. And on the 360, you can kind of see it. The boat's moving around, but it's sitting right there on that 360. I do use my 360 when I'm fishing out here offshore also. But let me just go ahead and move around a little bit. You see all the interference on there. That kind of comes up whenever I move my trolling motor real fast because, as you guys know, I use that persistence mode, and that is what that purple haze is on the screen. But other than that, you know, I got things set up pretty clear enough for me to be able to see it. But there is some clutter out here today. There's a lot of leaves and things like that on the lake. And hold on just a second, just want to head right back over to that ditch real quick so I can show it to you. Just get things spun back around real quick. Hold on just a second, guys. All right, here we go. I think it's right here behind me. All right, just let me let that persistence mode settle down a little bit. Whenever I kick that trolling motor around pretty fast, that's when it, you know, will show that. It kind of looks like interference, but it's not. It's just more so that persistence mode. But you can see all of the trash and stuff in the water right there. So that's what that is, guys. There's leaves and things out here. Yeah, let me just show you the water so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. You see that kind of like some trash, small leaves, things like that in the water. And the system does pick that up. So you can see that right across the top of the water right there. All right, and let me just get back to that ditch real quick. Seeing if I passed it up already. All right, there's another brush pile or something right there, guys, and you can see those fish on it, and there are some fish directly below the boat. So that is out here offshore. So like I said, those fish are out here. They're moving around offshore. They're still kind of finicky, but I am able to get those fish to bite. Just something to keep in mind, because I know you guys know for the past few months, the bite has been tough out here, unless you kind of, you know, get on a pretty good pattern that may hold up for a day or two. All right, now let's go ahead and get back behind the wheel, and I'll show you how it looks on the from the console.
All right, there we go, guys. Let me go ahead and pause that real quick. So that is my pre-fishing day prior to the tournament. So even though I was going to be fishing a different lake, I have kind of found out through fishing the lakes in Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, Tennessee, that certain times of the year, regardless of what lake you go to, the fish are kind of doing the same thing, guys. So that is something that I have kind of found out in my own way that will allow me to actually pre-fish on a lake that I'm not even fishing for the tournament. So I mean, I don't know, you guys. I mean, whenever we have our meetup in the Patreon, and I think I have it set up to where the members can join it too. But whenever we have those talks, guys, I can give you guys a little bit more in-depth information and stuff like that. Maybe pull up some stuff on the screen to show you guys exactly how I go through those steps. But basically, that was my game plan. I went out here. I just wanted to see if I could catch those fish shallow, which I had a good feeling that that's where they were going to be. Using that Mega 360 imaging, you kind of saw that on the screen, and I showed you how I use that whenever I'm offshore. But using it shallow, I mean, that 360, you can't really beat that, guys. I mean, whenever you find those rock piles, laydowns, things like that, it will definitely let you know where you need to direct that cast to. And that teamed up with my Mega Live system. I mean, I can, you know, just see the structure or the cover with the 360, aim that Mega Live over there, and it's game on. So that was my practice day on Lake Lanier. Now, this next clip is basically going to be a little bit of footage from the tournament itself. So I did not have my cameras with me for the tournament. So pretty much it's just me making little snippets here and there. And I can kind of talk you guys through what we did on the lake just a little bit. So I'll play this for you. And I guess I'll just do it the same way, guys. Let me go ahead and pull it up, and we will go ahead and get started. All right, hold on one second, guys. Here we go. All right, so this is Blast Off. That's Tony Luke. He is on a bass cat. He's rolling that cougar down the lake. Now, we had planned on stopping at a spot before we headed for a longer run. Hold on just a second. Let me fix that clip for you real quick, guys. I don't know if you can see that, but he's flying past the boat right there. Let me just turn this back the other way. All right, here we go. All right, so now we're just running down the lake. Now, that bass cat, look how, I mean, we are rolling about 80 with both of us in there. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but at the beginning, all of those boats were in front of us. We were boat number 13 on the Blast Off.
You ready?
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Hook Setters Tournament. Tony Luke here, Ryan Johnson. Got fish number 1. See if we can take it on in. I'm on the big side.
All right, there we go. Let me just pause that real quick, guys. All right, so what we did on that first spot is we pulled up and we noticed that it was just some activity there. We couldn't see the fish coming up or anything. Didn't really, and he's running live scope on his boat. So since I have Mega Live, he has live scope. Basically, that's live imaging, guys. So as long as you can read one, you can pretty much read them all. And I mean, of course, the better you are with the systems, the more detailed things you can see. And I mean, he had his dialed in pretty good. So it, you know, it was we were able to get out there, both of us be able to do our thing. He had it set up to where I could actually see it from the back of the boat. And since this is a team tournament, I was able to cast to the front of the boat, guys. So hold on one second. All right, so I was able to cast to the front of the boat, and I was able to read that live scope. But we just happened to pull up to an area. Those fish were active and coming through. So, you know, we just stayed there for a little bit, and we were able to, let me see, one cast, he pulled in a nice one, but it happened to be a striper. Then a few casts later, he hooked on another good one, but it happened to be a striper. All right. So then finally, but those bass were mixed in. Once we reeled in that first one and I was about to net it, and that ended up being a striper. Right behind it was a bass. So we knew they were mixed in there. So we stayed there and continued to fish those, and we eventually got one out of there. Then we moved on to another spot, and I'll pull it back up in just a second, guys. Like I said, I don't have a lot of footage from that day, so I can kind of just give you an idea of what we did, and then I will pull up, and then we'll get back into the video. So from there, I believe he had caught maybe 2, maybe 3 fish before I had even caught one. I don't even think I had got it. Well, I had got 1 or 2 bites, but they were just hitting it and not taking it. So then that was shallow. So after that, he turned that boat, guys. He turned the boat. Now, you know your partner MoneyBass knows about that offshore fishing. So he headed off the bank a little bit and kind of went offshore a little bit. As soon as we went offshore, I'm sitting there watching that live image and just scanning back and forth. And I saw something that I needed to cast through. I whipped it out there real quick. And I was throwing a shaky head, guys. I mean, you know, that's one of my number one things, guys.
Yes,
gotta throw that shaky head. So I saw the fish whenever it went down to it. Just a few seconds later, bam, fish on. So that was, I think, the 4th fish that we caught. And then we ran to a few more spots kind of doing the same thing. And then we had found, I mean, what I had found was the fish seemed like they were setting up on rocks. And that was one of the things that I had found by pre-fishing on Lake Lanier. So that is what I was doing, guys. I was just trying to put together a game plan. And so what we did is started running that pattern, and it paid off. So each spot we started pulling up on, I mean, we could see the fish and we would catch some fish. So I would say this day was going very good. But let me go ahead and pull this back up, and then we'll just take another look at this part of the video. And I don't know if you guys can see that head that's sticking out of the lake right there, but that is not a bass. That is not the fish that we were going for. But hold on, let me go ahead and just hop in the comments real quick. I see you guys must be really into the video because nobody's active in the comments now. Well, it's a few people hopping in here. So let me just see what you guys have to say. Make sure I'm not leaving anybody behind. All right, Fawcett says nice. Yes, so we were catching some nice when we were having a good time out there. And what do you guys think about that? Tony was flying about 80. He was flying about 80 miles an hour in that Cougar. He passed everybody. And like I said, we were boat 13. And for a second, though, I mean, we were in a tournament, but when I looked over at him going down the lake, I could tell that he was no longer thinking about fishing. He was running that boat, guys. So he was having a good time out there. All right. And then we have, my opinion says that fish's belly looks like mine after a plate of crappie.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's right. All right, then we have Harry says, when you are using live, do you use down imaging or 2D sonar with it, or just full screen mega live? All right, Harry's trying to get some inside info because Harry went ahead and picked up his mega live system. So he's like, come on, MoneyBass, give me some tips, give me some real info. Tell me what you're really doing out there. All right, so Harry says, when you are using live, do you use down imaging or 2D sonar with it, or just mega live on a full screen? So basically I have 4 units on my boat. I have 2 at the console and 2 up front. The units up front, I have a 12-inch unit, and I run my mega live system 100%, well, at a full screen on that one. But I also have, so my number 1 shortcut, and this, some of you guys may not understand this, but what I'll do is I'll make a separate video that I will put out for you guys to go over some of this information. And then also some of this will be in the member section and in the Patreon. But real quick, I set up that 12-inch screen is sitting all the way in the front. So whenever you actually just saw the footage, and actually, hold on just a second. Let me see. I don't want to mess this up where I lose my spot in the video right now, and I'm not sure how to bring it back. But what I'll do here is after the video is finished playing, I will go back and I will show you how I have my screen set up, because I did have it at the beginning of this video. But real quick, I have my 12 on full mega live screen on my shortcut number 1. Hit shortcut number 2, it'll go to a live imaging and split screen with my sonar, and I have the majority of that set because you can change the percentage of the screen that is showing the sonar versus the live imaging. So I show the majority of it on live imaging, but again, that is just my shortcut number 2 in case I see some fish directly under the boat that I may start to drop shot. That way I'm drop shotting using my sonar, which I really prefer, but you actually can see them very well on that live imaging too, right there on one screen. On the other screen, I have my shortcut set. One is set up on my mapping and sonar, and then shortcut 2 is set up on my 360 and mapping, and then the shortcut 3 is on the 360 full 360, and also the shortcut number 3 on my 12-inch unit is set up on Mega 360. Hope that helps you out, Harry. So I know you're trying to get you some info since you have that Mega Live system set up. All right, and let's see. Uh-oh, you guys are getting real active. As soon as that video started playing, you guys are getting into it.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's see. We have Harry hopping in again. He says Chicken Hawk will be wearing you out about being on Lanier again, saying you don't want to leave that lake. Chicken Hawk is not coming to Lake Lanier. He's not going to do it. And actually, he's probably not going to come to Sinclair anymore either, because I got a spanking waiting for Chicken Hawk if he shows back up. All right, and then we have Redboat says money. And Harry, where is Chicken Hawk at? Is he sick? Man, I don't know, guys. I don't know what Chicken Hawk is doing, but I mean, sometimes he hops in, sometimes he doesn't, guys. We'll see. And sometimes he just happens to appear down in the comment section. So we shall see if he hops into the live stream tonight. All right, Harry says he is waiting for his grand entrance. All right, could be. All right, and then there we go. Fawcett says got him. All right, Fawcett's watching a little bit of fishing. All right, let's try to make it exciting over here. All right, so Harry says looks like dinner for the hawk.
Yes, sir.
Hey, that catfish. But all right, guys, let's see. One more fish. What is going on? We got one more fish checking back in. Haven't seen you in a while. All right, says what is going on? Really appreciate you stopping back in. All right, Darren Pearson. Yeah, he has an allergy to MoneyBass fishing. Oh. Hey, could be. Uh-oh, look at James. He knows what that is. James knows what he's talking about. He sees that bass with whiskers. That bass with whiskers. That's not something that you want. All right, and let's see. David, what is going on? David is checking into the live stream. Appreciate you stopping in. David, I think we just met earlier on another live stream earlier today. So really, really appreciate you taking the time to stop in and check out the live stream. All right, so we have one more fish. Says Garmin, baby. Garmin all day. What does he say? Garmin all the way, my brothers. All right, so he is a Garmin dude. All right, yeah, so like I told you guys, we have I run all Humminbird systems. So we do have people in here that run all Garmin. They may run Garmin and Humminbird, Lowrance, Garmin. So we have a mixture of guys in here as far as what equipment they use. So if anybody's having issues getting their systems dialed in or running into any issues, always make sure you drop that information in the comment section, because the guys on my channel, we're here to help each other out. So that they definitely do get active and give you good feedback in the chat, guys. So make sure everybody gets active in the chat. All right, Joseph says that bass cat looked like there wasn't much left of it holding onto the water. That's right. I mean, he was rolling. All right, Redboat says that catfish looks real good right about now. Uh-oh, Redboat, what is going on with that? All right, Stanley says that is a funny looking bass. Yeah, man. I think we're about to see a funny looking bass up here on Lake Erie. Looks like footballs. Yeah. I bet, man, because these things get big. They get very big. All right, Hawk is break shopping. Yep. I mean, Chicken Hawk, I don't know. Maybe he's out there hanging out with his sponsor. All right, David says, yep, really appreciate you stopping in. One more fish. I got 3 birds and use Mega 360 and Humminbird mapping for sure. That is right. That is the ticket, guys. Once you figure out your your routine and how you can set these up to run the best way for you, then I mean you'll get those results that you want out there on the water. All right, Harry says finalizing his Duralast sponsorship. All right, that is right. We have Cajun Rod. All right, guys. All right, so now let's go ahead and get into I guess this is pretty much the second half of the day. By the time that I'm catching this next fish that you're about to see, I'm thinking it may be around 1 o'clock or so, 1 o'clock, somewhere in there. Check-in time. No, actually, it's probably later in the day than that. But check-in time was 3:15. But let's go ahead and get back into it, guys, so you guys can see what is going on. But yeah, take a look at that, guys. All right, drop a it's Fawcett. I want to see what Fawcett thinks. Fawcett, do you know what type of fish that is? If you are still in the chat, I just want to see if you know what type of fish that is just by looking at the seeing that head that's sticking out of the water. Now, you fishing guys, give him a second to drop it in there. I want to see what he says first. Let's see if. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. Fawcett says it's a catfish. Okay, so he knows a little something. He knows a little something about fishing. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. Hold on just a second. There we go. I lost my spot. Let me find my spot back, guys. Hold on. Just bear with me. All right, here we go. We can start from right there.
Settlers tournament. Tony Luke here, Ryan Johnson. Got fish number 1. See if we can take it on in. On the big side.
I don't know if you guys can see the size of that fish, but that thing is huge. It's actually longer than if you were to hold your arm out. That fish is longer than your arm. It probably weighed, I would guess, anywhere from 20 to 30 pounds, something in that range. And that fight, I wish I had my cameras rolling, guys. That fight on that fish probably took a good 3 to 4, maybe even 5 minutes to get that fish in. I mean, at the beginning, and let me just add this too, guys. So at the beginning, when that fish hit, I mean, we were like, hey, it's over. It's over. We have big fish. We have the tournament. We're taking everything with this one, because this lake does have some 8 and 9 pounders in there. And whenever you catch some of those big catfish, you can pretty much tell, for the guys that aren't into tournament fishing and really fish a lot, we can tell whenever we have a striper or we have a catfish or a bass on the line for the most part. But this catfish, it did not fight like a normal catfish does. Once this thing hit, it just ran a little bit. No head shakes, guys. It wasn't spinning on me or anything like that. And when I netted this 8.5 pounder in another tournament that a buddy of mine caught, I mean, it was fighting the same way. It took him a few good minutes to get that 8.5 in. So without this thing shaking his head, like a catfish or a striper, we were like fighting this fish back to the boat. We were like, oh, buddy, I think we have it. So, I mean, but then, it got to the point where I was like, man, this thing is fighting too long. A bass would have already tired out, regardless of how big the thing was. And, I would have been able to get it to the boat. But this thing kept pulling drag. I'd get it almost to the boat, pull drag again. So, I mean, it was just one of those things where it was kind of, it was a real fight, guys. But let's go ahead and finish taking a look at it.
Dang, look like a shark.
And it did look like a shark. All right, guys, finishing up the day here with Tony Luke. It is 3:02. Have to head back for the weigh-in, guys. We're out here rolling in this bass cat, so we'll probably be rolling around 80 miles an hour heading back. Good day out on the lake. I'll give you a recap once we get back.
Hey, we did our best. We're gonna go in here. We think we may take it, we may not. I had the best man on the boat for me for the job, because he the one that did it. So we'll see what we got going on.
All right, people.
One. Wow.
right, and that is the big fish of the day. That one was a little over 3 pounds. All right, guys, I want you to notice something. Did anybody notice something about what he did? Right, hold on, let me get the screen set up. Did anybody notice something about what the tournament, what the guy did once I put those fish in that, in the, I guess in the bucket or whatever? Drop a comment in the chat if anybody noticed something about what he did to those fish after we put them in there. Anybody catch it? I'll rewind it back in just a second, but I want to see, did anybody catch that? All right, I see it. There we go. Look at that. Oh, guys, he hit him with the metal detector. Woo! Now, does anybody know why they may have had to do something like that? Yeah, man, I know everybody is familiar with those tournament cheaters. That was, I mean, that thing made national news. But I mean, when we hold our big tournaments like that, guys, we pretty much do the same thing. You don't have to walk through a metal detector, but we're putting a wand on there. And what was the other thing? There was something else. There's like 2 tiers to the things that we do to actually check these fish, guys. It's tough out there. It is tough. But hey, we got to do things to make it happen. But let me just rewind it back real quick, just so if anybody did not see it. And actually, hold on, guys. Let me just bring up a few comments real quick, because I see you guys hop back in here. When that video starts playing, you guys are into it. You guys are watching. So, I mean, we're getting into it, guys. All right, so Fawcett said big old mouth. That's right. That was with that catfish. That thing was big. All right, and then Joseph. There we go, guys. Check it out. Member of the money team checking in. Joseph says, how you like those Bass Catch triangle live wells? I mean, so to me, I mean, I kind of like the design of it. And I mean, the live wells themselves are pretty big. And if you're not really used to it, then it's kind of awkward at first. And actually, when they checked the live wells before the tournament, the guys were like, where are your live wells at? They couldn't find his live wells. So that was kind of funny. But yeah, so I mean, I think it's a nice design. And actually, a Bass Cat was one of the boats that I was looking at before I got mine. So I like the style of those. And the other thing about a Bass Cat is whenever you're up front, your trolling motor and everything sits all the way up to the tip of the boat. So you're able to utilize a lot of that space all the way up to the front of the boat. It's not quite as wide. The beam width on it isn't quite as wide, but I mean, you guys saw the speed on that thing. And that thing will move. So you don't have to worry about somebody beating you to your spot if you have a Bass Cat. All right. And then we have Stanley. Stanley says, that is a blue catfish. Good eating. Man, what you doing thinking about eating, Stanley? I mean, we out here trying to catch some fish and cash a check, man. You out here talking about eating some catfish. All right, my opinion says, did you have to see your chiropractor after riding that cat all day? Oh. So I mean, I have heard that certain boats, depending on, you know, if they're lighter boats and things like that, they may not take waves and stuff like that is good. I didn't really see any issues. I mean, it rode pretty smooth to me. But then again, guys, we're in the fall to winter transition going on. So there isn't a lot of pleasure boaters and things like that. So pretty much when we were running the lake, as you saw, the water was pretty, you know, it was pretty good. There wasn't any heavy waves or anything like that. So we didn't run into anything like that. All right, then we have Joseph's money team member stepping back in. All right, so you guys knew what that was, a metal detector. All right, so I'll rewind that back again. And just for people that aren't really into bass fishing that much, because guys, even though we talk about tournament fishing, bass fishing, all of this stuff dealing with electronics and everything, we have some people that check into this channel because I mean, we try to have fun over here, guys. I mean, you see, we have that trash talk with Chicken Hawk. We have a bunch of other things going on where we get in here and clown around. And actually, let me go ahead and drop this link in here. Hold on 1 second. Invite guest. All right, guys. So I am going to drop the link in the comment section. So if anybody does want to come up, once we finish the video, I am going to go back and do the just show Harry something on the screen where he was asking about how I have my unit set up. I'll go back and show him that real quick. And then, guys, we will get into the How Would You Fish It segment, which we do each week. It helps everybody out as far as getting out there, learning new techniques, learning your electronics, reading your graphs, all that kind of stuff. So the How Would You Fish It is a segment that we will continue to do on the live stream. So I would do that. And then if anybody wants to come up, if you have any specific questions or anything like that, then I can pull you up on the screen and we can kind of get into it. And who knows, maybe Chicken Hawk will show up. I don't know. Chicken Hawk, he might be trying to watch a replay of a football game or something like that. All right, so let me see, where were we at? So yeah, so David said won the fish. All right, James, member of the money team, new member of the money team, stepping in. He said metal detector. So I know James knows what he's talking about, because he said he is the president of a bass club. All right. One more fish said metal detector. Fawcett Media said checking for those weights. All right. So yeah, so Fawcett Media, he knows about that controversy that was going on too. Then we have Harry says weights. All right. And Cajun Rob says, oh man, is it a sign of times to come? Yeah, man, eventually we're going to have to be walking through metal detectors. Those fish are going to have x-rays and all that good stuff going on. All right. And then David says those fish might be packing. Yeah, that's right, man. You got to strip search these fish. You got to strip search them nowadays, man. All right. DP says, yes, a metal detector. Mako Mills, what is going on? What is going on, guys? We have a special guest in the house. Mako Mills. I mean, he was a member of the Rob Benders Bass Club. We were out there on the lake doing our thing on Lake Lanier. Haven't seen him for a while. Reach out to me, Mako. We got to get out there and hit the lake, man. Glad to see you in the chat. All right. And he is a member of the channel. Really, really appreciate you subscribing to the channel. All right. And then we have one more fish says, my new 2022 Bass Cat Puma STS is smooth, baby. Smooth, fellas. All right. So he has that smooth ride in his Puma. All right. So he's out there rolling. How fast does that Puma go? I mean, it just sounds like it's fast. So I know that thing is out there rolling. All right. Then Thomas says, I've seen you catch many fish. It's nice to see you don't let them bang on the deck. That's right, guys. I mean, hey, I'm flipping those fish to the boat. I mean, you saw me flip one earlier in the video earlier, but yeah, I try to flip them up there, catch them. And I may put them in the live well for a little bit to take some pictures or something like that if it's not a tournament. But yeah, then I get those fish right back in the water, especially during the summertime. During the summertime, sometimes I don't even keep them at all because, I want to keep them back in the water, make sure they stay healthy. All right, guys. So for anyone that hasn't, let me see, hold on just a second. For anyone that hasn't come up before, I am dropping that link in the chat. So when we get to the end of the video, like I said, guys, I'll bring some guys up if anybody wants to come up and talk. All right, and let's see where we were at. So my opinion says at one more fish, isn't that STS a different hull design? All right, yeah, you guys get active. Get down there and share some information in there. Stanley says, my Z521 Comanche rides like a Cadillac. Uh-oh, we're talking about some boat talk, guys. You guys are doing some boat talk now. All right. And then one more fish says, I can only get it to 73, 74. He says only. I can only get it to 73, 74. I mean, man, you don't need to go too much faster than that. I mean, Tony out there going so fast, he'll tear the skin off your face if you don't wear a face mask. All right. One more fish says, I'm good with that. That is exactly the point. That is the point. All right. And then we have Harry says, sometimes they bang back in the water and not make it. Let me see. Sometimes they okay. Here he's talking about the fish that got away. Yeah, sometimes I have tried to flip it and it came off at the boat. That's right. All right. Then one more fish says, yes, STS stands for soft. What is that? Touch series. New hull design similar to Jaguar. All right. All right. And then we have Brian Hendricks Fishing. What is going on? Glad you are hopping into the live stream. All right, so let's go ahead and finish taking a look at the video, guys, and I will rewind this back so the people that aren't familiar with how these tournaments are ran, let me just scroll back just a little bit. Maybe I went a little too far. Let me move it. Okay, here we go, guys. All right, so here we go. Just watch what the guy does whenever those fish come out of the bag.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, that's big fish.
Uh-oh, hold on. Let me move it back just a little bit. Hold on, guys. All right, here we go. Watch his hand, guys. Watch what he has in his hand. He's making sure those fish aren't packing, guys.
Yeah, no kidding. 5 fish, 5 alive.
5 fish, 5 alive. 5 fish, 5 alive. Boat number 13.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, that's a big fish.
Boat number 13 coming to the scale with a total weight of 9.24. 9.24.
Hey, come on up. You weighing a big fish?
9.24 is the leader. 9.24.
Where your bag at? Yeah, right. There you go. Where your bag? Hey, let's get some pictures. Shaker, where you at?
Boat number 13 weighing in big fish.
Oh yeah, let's weigh that big fish.
Total weight 3.17. 3.17 big fish.
Get a
Good
picture
job,
for you,
man.
buddy. Get a picture.
Hey.
Oh wait, there we go, guys. There we go.
We had a combined total of 24 boats. Played out 1 out of 6. So there's 4 places. So we had in 4th place, boat number 13, Tony and Ryan. Boat number 13. 4th place. 9.24. Get a picture.
I got a trash talk for the next couple weeks. Get in there too.
Disqualified for violating the speed limit on the lake.
Thank you, guys. Congratulations on this stuff. Now I gotta listen to your trash talk. Now I gotta listen to your
Yes,
trash
sir.
We got coming in 3rd place. All right. Boat number 4, Jim Austin, Roosevelt. The goat. Boat number 4, the goat. 9.36. 9.36.
Nice job, Jim.
All right, shout out to Jim Austin. He is a legend in the game, guys.
Hold on. It didn't take long. Nope. Hold on 1 second.
Put film in.
Yeah, exactly. The whole rod didn't work.
We got to roll it back.
Good job, guys.
All right, thank you, sir. I don't think I heard the film. Coming in 2nd place, boat number 3. Boat number 3, Eric and T. Boat number 3. 6 pounds, 6.71.
Right here, guys.
I'll take it for it.
Hey, what team you there, man? He already know. Hey, I would call him, man. He ain't gonna know. He got plenty. We got one of the big fish. 4.87, 4.87, boat 21, the plate. Big fish, 4.87.
Good job, boys. Yeah, let me get a picture. You know now. All right, thank you.
We also have coming in 1st place. The boy has some big bags. Change bags. Boat number number 21 also played with 13.47.
Yes, sir.
Gotta take a picture, get your money.
Hey, do me a favor, just show your envelopes too. That way. There you go.
There you go. Smile for the camera, man.
Nice job.
All right.
Hey, great job, guys.
All right, there we go, guys. Let me bring this back up. All right, shout out to everybody that participated in the tournament, and a special shout out to everybody that made it up to that stage. Like to always give a shout out to everybody. Had a great time on the lake, and definitely a shout out to the Hook Setters Bass Club for holding that event. And let me just pull this back up real quick, guys, because I want to show you something on the screen. So basically, it was a charity event, like I was saying. So right there, I'm just trying to get right there on that table. Look at all of those gifts, guys. So do you see all of those gifts that are on that table right there? Those are pretty much donations that are going to go to need, I guess, children in need, kids in need. You know, everybody doesn't have all the resources and everything that a lot of us are able to enjoy. So really, really a good deal there. Big shout out to the Hook Setters. I like that logo too. Look at that, Hook Setters. All right, so there we go, guys. The Hook Setters Bass Club held that event, and I mean, you saw your partner was able to get out there and do a little something to have some fun. But yeah, shout out to all the guys that came out there, had a great time, and they had served some food at the end. So always a good tournament. Look forward to fishing that again next year. I think it is an annual thing that they do. So hey, I will be out there again. All right, guys. So now the other thing. So somebody in the comments, Harry, had a question a little earlier about my setup on the front of my boat. So I'll pull that up in just a second. Let me just take a look in here and see if anybody else has got active in the comment section. All right, where were we at? All right, so Byron Hendricks Fishing. All right, so I gave a shout out to him. Mako Mill says, great show. I'm your number one fan. What is going on, Mako? Keep it up. Let's go. That's right. Really, really appreciate it. All right, then Byron says it's Byron like the Medea movie. So I think I'm saying that right, Byron. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Put some respect on your name. Got to put some respect on it. All right, then Cajun Rob says, what's up, Byron? All right, so maybe I said Brian earlier. Maybe that's it. But what's up, Byron? Like I said, let me put some respect on his name. All right, Mako Mill says, great content, Ryan. Love the show. Keep it up, man. All right, really, really appreciate that. All right, then we have Byron Hendricks also says, was that the Hook Setters Christmas Derby this weekend? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It definitely was. So yeah, we were out there, had a great time on the lake. Got rained on. I think we got rained on just a little bit out there, but nothing too serious. All right, then what's up, Rob? So like I said, yeah, you guys get active down in the comment section. So my subscribers, everybody that supports the channel, we always get active down in the comment section, whether it's the live stream or the regular videos, guys. So always check the description of the videos and always get active in the comments. If you guys have any questions about your electronics, different lakes, things like that, always get active in the comment section, because we're always here to, we're here to help each other out, wanting everybody to get better on the lake. And then you got to make sure you come back and do a little bragging on the Tuesday live stream. If you were out there doing your thing and you cashed a check, or maybe you got a new piece of electronics, got a new boat, any of that good stuff, guys, come back to the channel, share it with the group. We want to see what's going on out there. All right, then Byron says, good deal, brother. All right, and then Harry says, congrats, more money for the target lock. Man, I'm gonna need a lot more than that for that target lock, but we'll see. All right, Darren Pearson says, congratulations, MoneyBass. Got to go. Wife cooking roast beef. Oh, okay. And my favorite beverage, eggnog, this time of the year. All right, so you ready to go eat some dinner? All right, so yeah, we'll go for it just a little bit longer. And I dropped the link in there if anybody did want to come up. But I'm going to just go back in just a second, and then we will do the how would you fish it segment. So just give me 1 second. Let me just get caught up in these comments real quick, and then I'll go back and pull up that my units and just show Harry something in here. And of course, I'm pretty sure to help some other guys out with their setup. Just it might give you some ideas. All right, Byron says, yes, sir, you are. My first name. Wait, the first time was Brian. Okay, yeah, I thought so. Okay, sorry about that, man. Sorry about that. I put some respect on it. All right. And David says, headed back to Lanier on the 29th, learning that offshore bite with Lanier Jim. Hey, man, what you doing hanging out with LJ, man? So LJ is going to be out there showing you some offshore fishing on the 29th. Okay, I might ease out there and try to, see what y'all are out there doing. I might try to come and find you out there on the lake. All right, my opinion says, have you thought about fishing the opens? Man, I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. But what I will be doing next year is I'll be fishing some BFLs. How about that? I'm going to try out a few BFLs. I mean, I might eventually look into the opens or something like that. Just trying to look into what opportunities are out there and just seeing, what would be good for me, good for the channel, information I can come back and kind of, pass on to you guys. I mean, because you never know, may help you guys out too if anybody is out there kind of looking to step it up a little bit. All right, so we have Steve Ray. What is going on? Glad you are stepping into the live stream. That is awesome that we can use the fishing platform to help those in need, especially when it's kids. That is definitely true. So yeah, we'll be having the Rob Bender's Bass Club benefit tournament. It is our homecoming tournament that will take place next year at the end of April. So as I get more information about that, guys, I will definitely drop that in the videos and the live stream. So if anybody wants to come on down to Lake West Point, get out there and, catch some of those big fish and cash some big checks. Because I mean, it pays out real good, guys. It'll be a real good turnout. And we do that tournament big. We do it big down there. I mean, there'll be things set up. Last time we did it, we had things set up for the kids. And we also serve food, things like that. But like I said, I have more details exactly about what the setup and arrangements will be once we get a little closer to that. But just keep that in mind, guys, the last weekend in April for next year. All right, Harry says he will put some respect or disrespect on your name. What's going on with that, Harry? How can you be just in here just hopping on people? Byron is new to the live stream, man. You got to hold on a second, bro. But you got him laughing. All right, then Byron says, if you want to practice for the BFL next year, I'm game. I'm filming them too. Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, that'll work. Okay. All right, and so Harry says, thank you for pulling up the info on your units. Trying to figure out which helix to get for the second unit up front. Have a 10 solely for Mega 360 and getting rid of that 10 Gen 1. Yeah, because that Gen 1, I'm not sure what that's compatible with now since they're, so far ahead on that. But let me just pull that back up, guys. And this is just to give you guys, to show you how I set my units up on the boat. And let me just scroll on back here. All right, there we go. Get it right in frame. Just bear with me. Let's see, I passed it again. All right, just trying to get it lined up, guys. I want to try to get the 360 and the live. Okay, oh, shoot, I had it. Okay, hold on a second, guys. I almost had it. There we go. All right, so here we go, guys. Let me drop this. All right, so on that top screen, that is my 12-inch. That is a G4N Mega SI unit. I do have that SI. Sometimes what I would do is actually take that 12 and swap it and put it at the console whenever I want to go out and do some serious scanning. But now I'm running I'm running a 9 and a 10 at the console. So I run the 9, and actually I only have one 5-port hub, guys. One 5-port hub. So I do not have all of my units on the network. So I have a 9 at the console that is not on the network, and I pretty much use that for mapping until I get my other hub set up. Then I will be able to connect that last unit on the network. So at the console, I'm running mapping, and then on the other unit, I am running my side scan, down scan, and sonar whenever I'm scanning at the console. Whenever I come up front, as you see that 12 at the top of the screen, I run that on full Mega Live. If I hit my second shortcut, then it will take me to a split screen with the Mega Live and sonar. And then my third shortcut is full 360. So if I actually see something where I'm fishing shallow, sometimes I will go ahead and drop that and just fish that full 360 on that top screen. And as you can see at the bottom, I have that shortcut number 3 is what you're seeing right there with that 360 already set up on the bottom. The number 1 shortcut is going to be my mapping and my 360. No, I'm sorry, my mapping and sonar shortcut number 1. Shortcut 2 is mapping in 360. So that is pretty much the way that I run that. And then I just kind of switch between those screens depending on what I'm seeing. If I see some fish directly under the boat that I think I can go ahead and, you know, pop 1 or 2 of those with a drop shot or something, then I'll go ahead and hit the second shortcut on that top screen so that I can see my sonar also. And I run 2. So I run the sonar on the 12 and the sonar on that 10 right below it, both at the same time. And I can go in there and change the settings so that I can see something a little different on each one. And I also kind of do that a little bit with the 360. So it's just all in how you need to set things up for however they work best for you guys. So hope that information is helping you guys out. And actually what we will do, let me just take a quick look in the comments real quick, get caught up again. All right, so Byron says, okay, I got Byron. All right, Harry says, thank you for pulling that info up. Okay, there we go. Just read that one. All right, so here we go. All right, is Rod Benders a Bass Nation or MLF? So I think the Rod Benders, I think we're set up with Bass is who we're affiliated with. All right, and then let me see. One more fish says, Ryan, ever fish Midwest like Lake of the Ozarks, Table Rock, or Bull Shoals? Man, no, I have not. I haven't made it to any of those. I've heard, of course, I've heard about Lake of the Ozarks. I hear about that a lot. I think Milliken Fishing is up that way. Table Rock, I know the what was the guys that were here? Stiff Rods podcast. They were talking about, and that's that college team guys. They were on the live stream maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago. They were fishing Table Rock. But no, I have not been that far out, guys. I'm out here in Georgia, not far from Lake Lanier. So that would be kind of a ride for me. All right. Harry says not comparable with either Mega 360 or Mega. Okay. It's not compatible with either one of those, that Gen 1, getting a Gen 4. All right. There you go. So yeah. All right. Byron says I have a boat detailing business on Lanier. That is right. Okay. Yeah. So actually, yeah. I have a Nitro Z20. What kind of pricing we got on that, Byron? I mean, I might need to get mine hooked up. I have some bugs and stuff like that. I need to get off of my my motor, my windshield, all of that stuff. So yeah, I might need to come over there and see you. All right. Then we have Byron Hendricks also saying, do you know Marquise Little or Jaquarius Dobbs? No, I do not. I haven't met them before. All right. And let's see. Harry says you need to do a video on how you have it hooked up to this the switch. Let me see. You need to have it hooked up to switch up the 360 and live on both units. Just a suggestion. Yeah, so I'll do a separate video for you guys and show you and just kind of walk through that for you. And let me see, just make sure I read that right. You need to do a video on how you have it hooked up to switch up the 360 and live on both units. Okay, yeah, I can do that. That'll be a quick, easy video for you to help you out. All right, Harry says he doesn't like to leave Lake Lanier. Come on, Harry. Come on, man. You can't keep trying to jump on me like this. All right, and we have a member of the money team. James DeBrol checking back in. He says big bass. What is that? Bass Bashat Ale. What is that? I'm not sure what that is. Is that a lake? All right. And then he says at Ozarks. All right. So yeah, I haven't been up that far, guys. So I haven't checked those out yet. All right. And let me see. Did I miss anybody? Okay. I think I got all the comments. All right, guys. So now let's do this. Let me just get this set up real quick. Get my intro ready for you guys. Just bear with me. I'm just trying to get this screen set up. And what I will do is I'm going to mute the volume on this, and we will do this for our How Would You Fish It segment. How about that, guys? Let me just move it back just a little bit further. All right, there we go. All right, guys, here we go. Here we go. All right, let's see. So Byron says, I start at $15 a foot wash, wax, buff, and spit clean carpet. All right, so you spit on it, huh? So you spit on the carpet, get a spit clean carpet. All right, they are friends of mine that practice together as well as BFLs. All right, so hey, I might have to come over there and see you to get my boat cleaned up, man. And I guess that's carpet and everything, right? Yeah, because I mean, I man, I went through an area one time and I got some stuff on my carpet and I haven't even taken the time to clean that off yet. It's kind of the off season. I've been a little lazy. So yeah, I might have to come and check it out. Appreciate that, Byron. All right, so let me go ahead and change things up. All right, so we still have a good amount of people in here. All right, guys. So this next segment is what I like to call How Would You Fish It? And basically what I'm going to do is bring up some video footage from where I was out on the lake. Just kind of take a look at it, see what you notice as far as water temperature, water depth, if you're seeing any cover, structure, fish. And this time we are going to take a look at the Mega Live system, and it has a little bit of 360 in there. And so as you're taking a look at this, I want you to let me know how you would fish it, what bait you would use, and why you choose to use that bait. All right, so let me go ahead and share the screen. I will play the video and, just kind of see what you guys see. And get active down in the comments, guys, with these How Would You Fish It segments. These are just a way for you to get better on the water. The guys in the comment section, I mean, they'll put out some suggestions that you may not have thought of yourself. So there's always an opportunity to learn something new. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the video. All right, so this is the 360, guys. What do you guys see on that screen? Like I said, get active in the comment section. I'll go and see what you guys are saying in there. Based on what you're seeing, what would you use? What bait would you use? What fish are you targeting? If you see fish, if you see cover, if you see structure, and just let me know what you are seeing on that screen and how you would fish it. Pretty interesting. That purple haze on the screen, guys, that is not interference. That is the persistence mode, which will help you, in a sense, determine which way those fish are moving whenever you're seeing fish that are on the screen. All right, guys, so there we go. Let me just go ahead and pause it real quick. And I'm going to check in the comments and see if anybody has any suggestions. Are you guys going to let me know how you would fish it? Let's go ahead and pull up a few and see if anybody's getting active in the comment section this time. Hold on. Let me just take a look. I know you guys may be kind of checking it out still. I'm not seeing anybody pop any comments in there yet. What's going on? What's going on? All right. So what we'll do, I will go ahead and get started because I remember last time some of you guys did take a second to hop in. Actually, okay, we have somebody stepping in. Let's see what David has to say. He says, looks like a brush pile. Drop a shaky head in there. Uh-oh.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. That's a pretty good suggestion right there. All right, so he's gonna hit it with a shaky head. And then let's see what Harry says. Harry says, I would be moving to another spot. Oh, come on, Harry. You're missing it, man. You're missing it. All right, let's see what Cajun Rob says. Cajun Rob says Mega Bass jerkbait over the top of them. All right, so it looks like Cajun Rob may have seen a little something in there. All right, okay. All right, anybody else have any suggestions on that? Let me go ahead and just play it back real quick, and then I will talk my way through this and kind of give you guys an idea of what I'm seeing and how I would fish it. All right, so let me go ahead and drop this down. All right, so here we go, guys. So basically just starting off and just a real quick tutorial on the Mega Live system itself. Basically what you are seeing at the top of the screen, that black area is going to be the water column where you see the first, and I wish you guys could see my mouse on the screen so I could kind of give you a better idea, but all the way to the left of the screen where you see that big number 17, if you go down to maybe like the fourth grid, that is where the bottom of the lake is. And that water, the boat is currently sitting in 17 feet. The boat is actually sitting in a ditch right now. And if you look to the right of where that number 17 is, each one of those grids is set up at, 10 feet. So you're starting off at -10. Then that first grid is 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. And then right at 50 feet. So 40 to 60 feet, you see that cover out there. That is a brush pile, guys. So yes, and if you pay attention, you can actually see those fish that are in there, but they're hiding from you. Those fish, they're hiding, man. They don't want you to get them. They're like, hey man, I think that guy's out there with that Mega Live. I gotta hide from him, man. I don't want him to see what I'm doing in here. So what I would do based on seeing that is I would follow exactly what, let's see who put that in here. Okay, I see you guys are getting active in the comments now. But who was it that said it first? Let me see. So David, he hopped in and said he would throw a shaky head. That is exactly what I would throw in there, guys. That shaky head. And the fish that you saw me catch in the video, I caught it with a shaky head. So that is exactly what I threw in there. And that is how I caught that fish. All right, let me pull it back up again. So yeah, so I fished that right there. And then let's just play it a little bit longer. And there's something else in here. Actually, hold on. Let me see. Let me go ahead and do this because I see you guys are hopping back in here now. So let me pull this screen back up and see what you guys are saying in here. All right, so Harry said he would be moving to another spot. Come on, Harry. Come on, Harry. Those fish are in there. They're just hiding from you. All right, then Cajun Rob says mega bass jerk bait over the top. All right, so that might get them out of there because they, you know, I mean, they're chasing those bait fish out there as those bait fish come by. Triton Jones says spy bait over the top. Uh-oh. All right, bringing out the spy bait. And then we have Harry. Uh-oh, Harry had to change it up. Harry said, let me hit him with the Kitech. All right, so Harry says the Kitech swim bait. All right, so that's working. I would say those are some good options too. All right, and then Harry says we're just joking about moving. All right, I wasn't sure, Harry. I wasn't sure because I know you just got that Mega Live system. You haven't hooked it up yet, but I know you're getting used to it and know how to read it now. All right, then Byron says same as Rob with the FX Custom Rod 7.2. Uh-oh, what is that? Medium fast? Is that MMF? Is that medium fast? All right, all right. Custom rod. All right. All right, then Cajun Rob says, my man right there. All right. Uh-oh, look at Harry. Harry's getting into it now. He says wacky rig, Nico rig, or a 5 or 6XD. Okay, so he's going to hit him with a crankbait. He's going to dig down there with that crankbait. Now, the other great thing about it, guys, whenever you have these live imaging systems, when you throw that crankbait out there, you can actually see if that thing is running right at 10 feet, 15 feet, or where it peaks out at as far as going down. You can actually gauge it to where if you want to tap that brush pile, stop it and let it float up, kind of hit that brush pile as you reel it and stop. I mean, it's great, guys. So yeah, so a crankbait, I mean, that might work. That might get them out of there. All right, then James says finesse swim jig.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd be bold enough to throw that swim jig out there in that deeper water like that. For me, I normally throw a swim jig in shallow water, like when I'm fishing anywhere from 0 to about 5 feet, something like that. But hey, I mean, that's the thing about this segment, guys. There are people out there that will throw out some different ideas and give you some things to think about. And who knows? Who knows? That might be the ticket whenever you're out there on that tough day on the lake, and you may think back and remember something that you saw during this How Would You Fish It segment. All right, Byron Hendricks says medium, moderate, fast. All right, gotcha. All right, and Triton Jones says small swim bait on a football head. Okay, I mean, that might work too. Go ahead and get that down there, just ticking through that brush pile. All right, then Joseph says, let me see, laugh my ass off. Doesn't really matter what you throw. What matters is being able to see what they react to. There you go, guys. That is pretty much the name of the game right there. Uh-oh. Look who we have stepping in. C219 Troll. What is going on? Strong supporter of the channel. What's that void on the screen? Looks like double bottom. So I am actually sitting, and let me just pull that back up real quick. So I'm actually sitting in a ditch. And you can't see my mouse on the screen, but I think that has something to do with the type of bottom that I'm sitting in. And as I moved around and kind of pan from left to right, it does kind of change. But the boat right now on that screen is sitting right above a ditch. And if I was to pan it, you would actually see a well-defined ditch. I might have some other footage, but I'll put that in a separate video that I'll upload for you guys so you can take a look at that, and the full video footage from whenever I was catching those fish out on the lake. I will put that out for you guys a little bit later this week also. All right, so let's see. Mark Scott says, let me move this up. Let me see. Definitely a shaky head first, then a creature bait. All right. Then Byron says FX Custom Rods is a Georgia company out of Lilburn, 5 minutes from me. All right, there we go. All right, then we have Donald Brown. What is going on? We have Donald Brown checking in. What you doing over here, Donald? Glad you are checking into the live stream. All right, he is a member of the Rob Bender's Bass Club, guys.
Yes, sir.
All right, so yeah, so I think you're a little bit behind where we're at. So Donald's talking about the metal detector on those fish. So that is right. They were hitting them with the metal detector over there. Got to make sure we keep everybody honest. You know what I'm saying? We don't want any type of flammery going on out there during the tournaments. All right, guys. So that is the How Would You Fish It segment. Man, we've been rolling for about an hour and a half. I guess time flies when you're having fun. So let me see. Let's see what Harry says. Harry says he'd use a scuba diver. Come on, Harry, not the scuba diver for the hawk. Oh man. All right, guys. Oh, real quick. Anybody that has not hit the like button, let me just take a look and see how we look on these likes over here. All right, so we got 17 likes. I mean, we're looking pretty good, Can we get about 5 more? Can we get 5 more likes, guys? So it really does help the channel whenever you guys hit the like button. It helps with the algorithm. And as you guys see, we are growing, and we are growing fast. We passed 5,000 subscribers last week. Now we're over 5,100. So we're moving. We're growing. We're making some things happen. So really, really appreciate that. Anybody that wants to support the channel, you can take a look at the join button right below the video link. Just click on that. It'll give you some information about joining the channel, how to become a member, and just some special perks that you get whenever we are doing the live streams, and as sponsors and things like that can begin to come to the channel. I'll kind of, try to do some things for the members of the channel, and also want to give a shout out to the Patreon members. We had a new member of the Patreon. Let me give a quick shout out to, let's see, who was it? Robert Welch. Am I pronouncing that right? Welsh. All right, there we go. Really, really appreciate that. So yeah, so the Patreon is growing, guys, and we have members that are continually growing. So you guys are really, really supporting the channel. I really do hope that you are getting some value out of the information that I'm presenting each week. Just trying to do a little something different and just kind of add some, some flavor to it, add a little spice to it so we can have some fun with it whenever we're not on the water, guys. All right. And also that little learning thing, learning about these electronics, different gear, all of that kind of stuff, and just give you guys a place where you can network, get to know each other, and just kind of help each other out through the season. The other thing to keep in mind is you may be near an area or a lake where someone that is in the chat may be close to. There are some guys that have, kind of met and linked up because they actually fished the same lakes that were in the chat and did not know that at the time. So like I said, there's a lot of great things going on, guys. And also another way to support the channel, down below you will see the merch. So I do have hats, hoodies, all that good stuff. So you guys that were interested in getting that, make sure you take a look down below. The merch is currently set up, and that is listed. Hopefully it's showing up on this, but if you click on any of the videos, you will see the merch options right below that. All right, guys, let's see who else do we have. So let me see. C219 Troll says, okay, that makes sense. So yeah, that double bottom, I mean, it's a few different things that can cause that, but maybe being in that ditch at that time was causing that. And I know sometimes when you have a hard bottom, different things like that will cause it. But for me, as long as I can see that the bottom of the lake, see those fish, see that cover, a lot of times, guys, I may be looking at this screen when I show you guys my electronics and not even realize if there's any interference on it, because my eyes are pretty much trained to focus on that cover, structure, and those fish. I kind of look right past interference unless somebody brings it to my attention at times. I may not even take the time to just take those few extra seconds and just clear the screen up a little bit more, because as long as I can see what I need to fish, I'm rolling with it. Kind of, save some time and just be able to get right to fishing. All right. So Byron says that's Cajun Rob. All right. And let's see. That's why I'm trying to fish Lanier with you. All right. All right. Sounds good. All right, guys. So like I said, we've been rolling about an hour and a half. I think we've got some, put some good information out there. I hope everybody has found some value in the information that I have presented tonight. If you guys have any questions, comments, even after the live stream is over, make sure you guys hop into the comment section. I try to respond to all of my comments, so I stay busy with it, guys, replying to comments and all of that good stuff. If you guys have any topics or any suggestions, you saw Harry made a suggestion about the setup of the screens. So I'll do a video for that for you guys. But if you ever see any hot topics or anything that you would like covered on the channel, shoot me a message on my Instagram. Let me put that down there real quick. Oh, and also I have to make sure that I give. Goodness, you guys have been active in the comment section. Let me try to give a shout out to Faucet Media. He is the sponsor of tonight's live stream. And guys, for those of you that have reached out to me asking how can you support the channel, you can support the channel through super chats, super stickers, by buying merch. There is a join button right below the screen if you're interested in joining the channel. And also I get Cash App. So that information is scrolling right across the bottom of the screen also. So really, really appreciate anyone that is, you know, taking the time to support the channel and for showing up, guys. I really, really appreciate it. If you guys aren't showing up and getting active in the comments, then hey, I mean, what would the live stream be? Would not be as much fun, right? All right, so let's see. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. Also want to give a big shout out to James. What is going on? James came into the live stream heavy. He came in swinging, man. He's you know, he's a strong supporter, new supporter of the channel, and also he is a member of the money team. Really, really appreciate that. All right, guys. So that is all for this evening. And like I said, let me just change this banner up real quick. Just wanted to give that shout out to Faucet Media. Make sure you guys check out his channel. And that is my Instagram scrolling across the bottom of the screen, guys. All right. I appreciate everybody for coming out. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out if you did not hit it on the way in. And I will see you guys on the next live stream.